You are listening to In Response, a legacy podcast. A show where three handsome guys talk about their favorite Magic the Gathering format, Legacy. This show is brought to you by queerness@anycost.com and austrian-legacy.com. You can support the show at patreon.com/response_legacy. And now, lean back and enjoy.
Hello everyone and welcome to the 14th episode, Soak Up the Sun of
In Response,
a legacy podcast.
I'm Philip Klein
I am Daniel.
And I'm Peter Plank.
and we're talking about legacy.
Most of the time.
I've got a tip from Daniel to be a little bit nearer by my microphone because actually he says I'm very
Widely
gesticulating when I'm talking, so I try to stay focused and stay on track here. So at first I want to thank our two patrons because Peter reminded me to not forget them. Thank you, Christian, Neutz, and Matt Duncan for supporting us on Patreon. By the way, you can also support the show directly by following us on Twitter. It's at response_legacy, or by joining us on Patreon, patreon.com/response_legacy. And I think with this, we start the show. Oh my god, that was a very professional intro.
Very professionally. I think Philipp has said everything that myself and I think Peter also wanted to say.
Yeah.
But let's get real for a second with the main topic of today. Well, it's not the main topic, but the first topic
It's a huge part.
It's a huge part. You guys just came back from holidays.
Ooh, we were in Bella Italia.
You both were in Italia, but not in the same place.
Nope.
No, not really.
I think it was a little bit farther away.
2 hours? Am I right?
I'm not sure.
Really? How much was the overlap between each of yours, the holiday?
I mean, I went down there at like Wednesday 2 weeks ago or something like that.
Okay.
But you stayed until...
No, it was Tuesday actually, because I rode the first time with Flixbus via bus down.
And when did you came back home?
On Sunday.
Okay.
So it was like 1.5 weeks.
Yeah, we had a little bit of overlap there.
You could have met and did something together.
Yeah, for sure. Why didn't we do this? Why didn't you come to Grado?
Because I had no car there.
Yeah.
And it was the first time that I made holiday together with another couple, I would say. Yeah.
But where have you been? Because I don't really know myself out in Italy all that much. So I'm really keen to find out what beautiful places to visit there.
Peter, you start first.
I was at Lago di Garda.
Okay, I know that's one. That's the only location, and this one and Rome. I was to Rome and Lago di Garda also. Yeah,
Lago di Garda.
It's a nice lake.
Yeah, it's really really nice. I mean the water, the height of the water was like pretty low because down in Venice, it was like raining or not raining since over 100 days. So they pumped water down from the Garda Lake like 1 to 2 centimeters per day.
Wow!
Down
Oh my gosh!
To support the other regions apparently. So it was like 1 meter below normal water.
Is it drinking
water
quality?
I mean, I wouldn't drink it, but I think it should be like drinking water.
Yeah, it's definitely
condition.
drinking water. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my gosh! 1 to 2 centimeters per day.
I mean,
That's
at least
almost
1
an inch.
cent. Yeah,
Wow!
it's completely. It was like a meter below normal water level. So yeah,
So the lake is pretty huge for everyone who doesn't know it.
it's the biggest lake in Italy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking huge.
And also, I think one of the biggest in Central Europe. Is there anyone bigger than that?
I think the Bodensee.
Bodensee.
Is this one bigger? Really? Okay. So I have my dimensions then wrong because I thought that because we have the Neusiedlersee, which is per area the biggest one in Austria.
Okay. I mean, the
By far,
Bodensee
by far.
is in Austria, Switzerland, and Germany.
Yeah,
so-
but it's comparable to the Neusiedlersee. It's kind of small.
I'm going to Google this.
And I was thinking if the Gardasee is comparable to the Neusiedlersee or
I mean,
even bigger than
if
that
you drive around, it's like 150 kilometers by bike.
in the Gardasee, in the Lago di Garda.
Around the Gardasee, yeah.
Yeah.
So
I have no idea about the Neusiedlersee,
Yeah.
but I know it's definitely the biggest one in Austria.
So we will
Google it.
Google
So
it.
fact-checking time.
Yeah.
Yeah, fact checking
But-
time. Okay,
yeah, but-
it's not that big actually.
The
The
Lago,
Neusiedlersee.
Both of them.
Both of them actually.
oh my.
The Garda Lake is the 36th biggest lake in Europe.
In Europe, okay.
Okay.
Which one is the biggest?
Which one is the biggest?
Just tell us.
Every other is not important.
Every other is not important. Okay, the biggest one is
And now he says the middle
the
sea or something.
Ladoga in Russia.
The Ladoga.
Okay, I mean, I didn't really count Russia in this sense, but okay,
Yeah,
whatever.
It's probably the huge
Yeah.
thing up there.
Okay.
Is
By
this
Finland.
the sea that shrinked by like 40 kilometers or something like that? Because I know there was once the biggest lake in Europe was like in Russia, and the water went away from there, and there are now where the fish are lived or something like that directly at the lake, and they now have to travel like, if they went from this place to the lake, like 40 kilometers by car. So
Okay. Well, I don't
There
know
is-
about this, but maybe we can talk about this in the next episode.
yeah,
when we'll talk
we can
about
make a history
how
lesson.
European lakes and.
Probably, yeah.
But you
But there
were
was at
Lago di Garda.
at the Garda Lake. I went
Mhm.
with a couple that my girlfriend and I know, and was pretty nice. And we went back on Sunday, and the first week I went alone there and decided to work down there, which is something that I did
So
last year
both
too.
working and
At the first week
Holidays.
it was mostly working and holidays, and the second week was fully holidays, which was really cool.
Mhm.
But-
Very nice.
Yeah. What about you, Phil? You did only holidays.
I was.
Enjoyed it.
Yeah, definitely. Everything I did was drinking and eating and
drinking and
soaking up the sun on the beach and drinking and eating. That's basically all my
and swimming, hopefully.
Yeah, and swimming and also I visited 2 churches. And
2 churches.
Yeah, 2
Where-
churches.
where-
Because I went to Grado, that's in the Upper Adriatic. It's a little island in the Upper Adriatic Sea. It's in the, maybe you could say, in the near of Venice. It's about 60
so
miles.
in the northeast side of Italy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Northeast side, and gotta say it was a very pretty nice little city because it has a historic old town part. And what I really love when I travel is to get to take a look at the architecture and to have a little bit of insight on the history of the city. That's what I really. I don't think hated is the right word, but when I went to Italy the overlast time, not last time because we were in Bologna, but the overlast time I was in Lignano, and the city was built probably in 1970s. And so there's actually no history there.
whatsoever.
Nothing, yeah, and
Yeah.
that's really not my jam. And so at least there was a really, really old church there from, I think, about the year 500 AC, and that was really nice to take a look at. And I've seen some excavations.
Is it from the Roman?
From Roman era.
Okay, yeah, because I thought. Well, Italy is of course famous for the Roman architecture and
The-
buildings
the-
around it.
The church was from the barbarian times, where the I don't say it's in German. It's the Völkerwanderungszeit.
Well,
And that's basically the dark.
It's old.
Yeah, it's basically the dark era after the fall of the Roman Empire, before the Middle Ages, and there were basically no buildings in Europe left, and just scattered around. And this was one of them, and that was really cool and interesting.
was it built for a particular like person, or was it built from a particular person, or is it just one architectural historical building that has been left there and is now one of the main attractions that you can see in this
it was a
city?
church. It was built as a church, actually, but I'm
Just a church.
not sure now from whom it was.
Okay, now I was just wondering.
And it should be for God.
For our Christians
Of course,
out
of
there.
course. But so the city is called Grado.
Yeah,
Okay, and you just stayed most of your time there.
yeah. We went for a week, and yeah, but like I said, all we did was drinking and eating and
Well,
staying at
that's
the beach.
what you can do in Italy.
Oh, but we ate so great food. Oh my gosh, probably have eaten the best pizza ever.
Yeah.
I don't think
I mean,
so.
I think, well, that's
They
basically.
have real Napoletani pizzaioli.
Yeah.
I went for calzone a ril in the pizzeria a ril.
I think this is basically what everybody in this not being located generally in Italy says is that when they visit Italy, I think it doesn't matter where you visit, they will taste the pizza and they say it's the best pizza ever.
Yeah, probably.
But I can
Kind
say,
of. I think this is. I've heard this a lot of times already.
yeah, but the pizza I standard there is the best.
Yeah.
But the pasta at the Four Seasons
Yeah,
in
okay,
Bologna was
def-
better than the pasta that I got at.
Yeah.
Okay.
At,
So there is a
Portuguese,
little bit of difference still.
yeah, the pasta we
The
got.
problem
in-
is we didn't
yeah.
eat pizza in Bologna.
Yeah,
That's true.
That's
We
one
actually
thing
never had
yeah,
pizza.
we-
Yeah.
we had 2 evenings where we ate. No, 3. And we
Three.
ate
But-
every
but-
time pasta. Yeah.
Yeah, it was dominated by pasta. It was a pasta meta game basically.
Yeah.
In Bologna,
We should
Almost like
metagame.
Delva.
ban pasta in Bologna.
We should metagame pasta bolognese. Yeah.
Yeah, that was basically my holiday. I went back home yesterday, so I'm pretty fresh out of my vacation.
Nice.
What about you, Daniel?
Well, I also have vacation to say, but this is just more a matter of using my leftover holiday days that I have, because my final days at the university are to be counted now.
Dum dum dum.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. That's the exact sound I wanted to hear.
So you could say the doomsday is coming.
Yeah, doomsday is coming. Yeah, it's just 2 months, and then I should be done. Then I'm finished, and now I just have a vacation for the rest of August now. But I have to use this time to finish my dissertation.
So you're using your holidays
to work.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I did the same last year, and it felt so horrible.
Well, I'm making the best out of it. I'm doing it kind of relaxed, and I'm pretty far ahead already, so I don't have that much stress around it. And I can't finish until I think November, because in September to October I have my big USA trip.
Yeah.
And before that I can't finish with my PhD. That's basically a given.
Yeah.
But after that I can easy relaxing do my PhD. Well, it's not the work itself will be done, but it's just the last examination that you have to take.
Yeah.
And this will be done in November this year, I think, or October even.
Okay.
And so with that, I'm kind of relaxed and I'm enjoying my days still. So I get to sleep long and just doing little bits every day, I think, and then headed over to September, and then in September I have 3 weeks left to work, and then it's up to USA.
How long will you stay there?
1 month, 4 weeks.
Okay. What are we doing then with the podcast?
This is one occasion where we have to postpone or do something different.
I think I think I talked with you or with Phil. Maybe we have to pre-record something else.
This could also be the case, yeah.
I think we should use your time here that we may do another session of something like a podcast.
Well, probably. I could see this, yeah.
So, yeah, stay tuned.
Stay tuned for that.
It was not an announcement.
It was not an announcement.
It was just an idea throwing into a room.
It was a teaser like this.
But Peter, you just came today. Well, by the way, it is now 15 o'clock, so almost the next day. But we had to postpone our recording meeting to this day at 9 p.m.
Yeah.
And the reason is because
Phil had no time yesterday, so we scheduled on today because I specifically picked this time on my Wednesday that it doesn't interfere with the podcast. Yeah.
Well,
okay.
ashes
anyway.
on my head.
But yeah,
you just came here from a coaching session.
Yeah, I had a coaching session with our previous guest of the cast, Phil Gallagher, where we talked about my painter deck, about the concepts of the deck, about the card choices, about my playstyle with it, and it was kind of insightful. I think now a little bit more about what I do.
It almost sounds like I don't even do this any beforehand. Now I think, I have to do this because
No, it's just
It's
like
not like, well, I picked this. Is this okay?
no, it's like
what does this card do? Oh, now I know.
No, it's just like sometimes for me I can get a little bit ahead of myself.
Yeah.
Like the general concepts, and I think I'm currently good with my deck and maybe really good, but I don't play to perfection because sometimes you just get ahead of yourself, drop one additional card or something like that. That would be good if you held it. And so on.
I think this is a good point that you just mentioned, because in Magic, I think a lot of decisions are made because of heuristics, right?
Yeah.
So general rule of thumbs, and sometimes they don't apply, and you have also kind of to develop like a feeling or something like a mindset where we say, okay, stop for a second, think about this one more time. Is this really like usual the way to do it, or maybe this time it would be better to do it differently?
Yeah, and for example, like it went. What's something that I really wanted out of the session is like, are my general thoughts about the play or the plays I do, are they correct? Because I think Phil and the guys at Eternal Glory talked about this in their second to latest episode about coaching. For some good players, they need either the direction they have to go, or how to say it, like they say that it's correct how you think about it so that you can go more into this direction. And apparently I'm currently on a good way, but I need to think about it more and more and more. But currently I'm not that bad of a player, apparently. So that's something that is good to me, but...
Oh, that's very flattering to hear this from Phil.
Yeah, but still I did some mistakes and I need to work on those, but my general keeper mulligan decision was good. When it's close, I'm getting a little bit shaky, but that's okay. I can work on this. And I think that my mulligan decision and specifically, and this was something that I tried to work on for this year, improved a lot. Because I think keeper mulligan decision were one of my weakest points last year. And this year with moving away from blue helped me tremendously. So I think, which was, I think I wrote it on Twitter, like, these are the 3 things that I want to work on for this year in Magic terms, and Keep a Mulligan decision was definitely up there, and I think I improved a lot there, so I'm kind of happy with it.
So since you mentioned you moved away from blue,
Yeah.
Did your personal decision about mulligans change very much when you are on blue in comparison when you're not on blue?
Yeah, because nowadays when I see blue cards, like Ponder Brainstorm, they can be anything. So,
So it's got a question mark.
so like, if you search something like on SAP or another website, the star is something like, it can be anything.
Yeah.
So if you search the database for star, partner star, it shows you everything that is connected to partner. Something like that is Brainstorm Ponder. But the problem is the database won't show you anything. It shows you something with partner in there. So,
I totally get this, yeah.
when I move back to any blue deck, blue control or something like that, blue tempo, I have to start thinking differently about cantrips. I need to have a game plan. They either revolve around these cantrips doing specific things, which is currently something that I am mostly thinking about them. But I need the cantrips to be something that does something additional to the game plan my hand has. Because if my hand is something like 2 cantrips, a Force of Will, 2 lands, a Teferi or something like that, what is my game plan against any creature deck? My game plan is casting the Ponder to find the removal spell. But if I have to cast the Ponder to find the removal spell, my hand isn't good. Because I need this Ponder to find something specific and not something that enhances my game plan in any way. Because if I have already tools, for example, I can use the Ponder to get me the best thing out of there and don't have to shuffle the 3 cards, which would in a normal sequence kind of okay, to find specifically the Swords of Plowshares because I need it now. So
what
I
you're
have to
saying
start thinking about cantrips differently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In this special case, would you say when you have forces, Teferi, lands, and a cantrip, what you're lacking essentially is a removal spell and a win con. And
For example,
and you can't get both with this cantrip.
Yeah. And if this is, for example, a game 2, would it be better off mulliganing because maybe against elves or something like that, the hand doesn't do anything. The game plan is like, what is the game plan against elves?
You force something and then just find removal.
Something and then find removal. It doesn't work.
Really
this is exactly something like I did like 2 or 3 weeks ago at the FNM with the Jessica Kitten deck, because I was like really, really unexperienced with blue decks.
Yeah. So I think the balance between interactive cards and finding win cons is a really, really small line, and you have to really think about this, the overall board state and the role that you are in, like who's the beatdown, there's this general concept. At which point I need to find my win con so that I can finish the game fast.
Have you read the article Who's the Beatdown already?
No, I have to read it actually.
Yeah, me neither.
This is a
on
must.
It's on my bucket list, but
really, you haven't read this? Oh my god!
I've never read that. Yeah,
I think that's the single most important article for any Magic player.
Probably,
honestly.
I totally see this.
It's the most important one. And by the way, while we're speaking about articles, just a quick mention: Frank Carsten has just published a new version of his Mana Sources article on Channel 5. Well, he's updated it for 2022.
So, do you know what that means, Phil? Our lens guy is now better.
That's true. And also what this means is, Daniel, you will put links in the show notes from these 2 articles. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Thank you very much. So but I really liked the coaching session, and I kinda can recommend it. It's something that is, I think, useful if you want to learn a bit more about yourself while playing.
And you do something good. You can help Phil get full content creator.
That's true too. And yeah, for me specifically, it was also to help myself building my deck. And apparently it's not that far off.
Yeah, I think the results with your deck are also speaking a very clear.
I think I have a 65% win percentage at the local meta. So
yeah, it's a local meta, but it's
also a 6-3 finish in Bologna. So I'm really, really happy with the deck. And
let me say it like that. It has legs. If more people were brewing on it, I think you could even fine tune it really, really well.
Yeah, I think it's currently tuned, but I think I have to iterate a little bit more to combat something, because I think the deck was way better positioned back in March than it is now, because something like the Days Mystic Sanctuary meltdown iteration of Delva makes it really hard to win against Delva. I mean, it's made the Delva matchup a lot worse, because now they can have access to more of the meltdown effects, and now it's harder to win. So yeah, but it's
absolutely
still a possibility. But yeah, it has to be worked.
Maybe you can improve the deck, or at least the records in the fall, when you will return to Bologna.
Yeah.
And also Phil.
Oh yeah, for the next 4 seasons.
We have to do something like a live cast again.
Oh,
yeah.
Probably.
Unfortunately,
it wasn't that bad.
I won't attend this time, but you two should represent us three.
Yeah.
I will do my best. So
to the best of your abilities.
So you're saying I should play Ant in the side event?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
I'm Mr. Daniel Pernush now, and I'm playing Ant.
But you don't have to play Burn. This a given.
Whoa.
I don't think. I think.
I mean, I had a 4-2 record, so it was not bad.
But I don't know. I don't want to touch Burn anymore.
Burn was really nice.
Yeah, the idea was fun. But the deck not.
It played itself.
That's really what it did.
Yeah.
We said in the mirror with both 7 cards in hand on turn 12 or something like that.
The mirror was nice, yeah. There's, by the way, a nice livecast episode of us where we document
your
burn mirror,
which was
between Peter and Lars.
And by the way, Nasat, the guy that you played on the table, besides won an RCQ, so he's going to the Proto qualifier.
How nice!
Congrats to him.
Congrats, yeah. That's great.
So when will this event be happening? I think 9th or 10th of September, or 10th, 11th of 11th September. Okay. Same location, same people, same nice community.
Same nice community, definitely. Hopefully, a lot of the guys that we already met. Sam Dams is unfortunately not there because
but the guys from the UK.
The UK guys are there. Benedict will also be there, so will be really nice. And
maybe Kai, I don't know. Maybe Kai will.
Maybe Kai will go. Maybe if he finds time.
And if you are attending Bologna in fall, reach out to us. We could certainly meet up.
Yeah, and
every time.
And yeah, we will definitely schedule something like a few interviews for the live cast.
Probably, yeah. And we try to do it a little bit more focused.
And it will be kind of interesting, since we both will stay at different locations overnight.
Oh yeah, that's true. Because you already booked your hotel, and I'm, like I said,
still up in the air.
Yeah, still up. I'm really just back home now, and now I've got time to do this.
Yeah.
So I have to book my hotel now, but I'm probably staying at this time
at the Relay Bellaria.
Probably, if there are still some rooms left.
Yeah, it was a great hotel the last time. At least the other one said. I mean, we will try out a little bit further away one, but we drive like 8 minutes to the location. have a pool in the garden.
By foot, it was a little bit too far for my tastes.
What we had the last time?
Yeah. Just a little bit.
Maybe
our
10
minutes
location
far.
was definitely too far away.
Yeah.
The reliable area was
Perfect.
just
fine.
okay.
Was okay, yeah. Was okay. Not
Our
perfect,
one was
but
like 10, 12 minutes further away.
Yeah.
And if you have to walk more than half an hour, it's getting too
it's
much.
getting really tiring.
And I think we drove like 5-6 minutes by car there. And it's like 2 minutes longer this time for our new hotel, which is okay.
Yeah, we will see. But speaking of the tournaments, what will you play this time?
I am currently in the process of I won't be playing Legacy on Saturday.
Oh my gosh, what is happening?
I will
Did
play
you-
Modern. No.
That's what I wanted to say. Are you playing Modern now? What the fuck?
But wait, is the main event on Legacy on Saturday?
On Sunday.
On Sunday, okay.
Yeah.
So what?
If you wouldn't play the main event on Legacy on Sunday, then
No, I have
You
to.
would get slapped out of here now, right now.
Yeah.
I have my pencil still in
positions
my
are open.
cave.
Then the positions for a third guy of our podcast are open.
No, I still have my pencil. My brush.
Paint the brush. Yeah.
It's a brush. I think.
It's a brush.
Like
and
Bob Ross said, a 12-inch brush.
a 12-inch brush.
Yeah.
Really?
No, he didn't say that. But I think, I don't know, 2 or 3-inch brush. I don't know. He divides the brushes by the
half-inch.
yes. Yeah, well, there's half-inch, there's 2 or 3-inch.
I mean, it
There's
should
a
be
little
like an inch or something like
Yeah.
that. So
But it's not about the length of the brush. It's about the thickness.
The thickness.
then it's
the
like
thickness,
a
yes.
tenth of
It's the
an
thickness.
inch.
But and the most important thing is you have to beat the devil out of it.
Okay, now back to topic.
Yeah, this is Bob Ross. It's just Bob
Really?
Ross. Yeah, don't you know this?
Yeah.
When he's cleaning the brush and he's his stand of his paintings, he cleans it and then he whacks the devil out of it. and he says it like that. You have to beat the devil out of it.
Okay, I have to.
You have
I
to watch
definitely
Bob
have
Ross.
to watch Bob
It
Ross.
is culture. It is amazing.
Yeah, I mean it's painter culture. So yeah.
Yeah, painter culture.
So I will be playing Painter on Sunday, and on
Why aren't you playing Painter in Vintage?
because
Why is it
I don't know it now, but I have tomorrow a session where I get an introduction to Vintage, and Tom said that Painter is not good position currently in Vintage. So
Okay, so there are or were Painter decks in Vintage.
I said I'm playing like the Painter stuff and all in Legacy, and he said, yeah, Painter isn't good in Vintage.
Okay,
So there is a reason that I shouldn't play Painter. Yeah.
But I think it's quite logical, right? Because everyone has basically main deck Artifact Hate. in
oh yeah,
Vintage.
that's true. They play Fossil Figure
It
main.
is
Yeah,
collector
there's
with
Fossil Figure
everywhere.
main. There is a Collector Oofs
Yeah.
main deck that come down on turn one.
I think Werther's even. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm mistaken.
Kataki War Mage.
Something like
I've
this. There's a
seen-
lot
yeah.
of Artifact Hate in the main deck. Yeah.
Vintage
Yeah.
is strange.
Yeah. It's quite a different format,
Yeah, but I'm kind of.
So strange. Oh my god, it's so strange.
but
I'm-
very interesting.
But I'm definitely looking forward to it. We put out like 3 deck lists. That would be something that I may enjoy playing, and we will look into these deck lists. And let's see how it goes.
Is it your first time trying Vintage then, or?
I've played like 4 or 5 matches in the Mana Traders qualifier like half a year ago with Grixis Breach or Tinker Breach, or I don't know how it was called back then, which was a deck list that Brian Cook played in
Yeah.
preparation for Eternal Weekend, which was something I enjoyed. But so it's basically like first steps. Definitely with getting an introduction, a little bit of concepts, how are these various matchups, how you have to attack them, because like in Vintage there are a lot of decks that are nearly similar but like as in Legacy, there are 4 cards different, and it's a whole new deck, and has very, very distinct weaknesses or in strengths. So
Is there a deck with Death Charm and Incantation Probe?
yeah,
But
It's
Galaxy Pro
like-
is
it's Rock
It's
Standstill.
restricted. Yeah.
it's Rack Standstill, for example.
Yeah, that one that you showed me.
Yeah, which is like a rug control deck with Boseijus,
Okay, yeah.
Standstill, Lurus,
A value deck.
and value. Yeah,
Look at us, we're in a vintage podcast now.
But
no.
I just want to play Storm in Vintage, or kind of, well, I don't.
yeah. You can play Doomsday. Apparently, it's some say it's pretty hard. On the other side, a lot of guys say it's like the easiest deck in Vintage currently. So
Okay. But
At least the
I mean,
Legacy
there
Doomsday
was
guys says the
Dark-
vintage version is easier than the Legacy
Okay.
one.
I mean, there is Dark Petition Storm, or which was previously you would be more the PO guy. Am I
yeah,
right?
I think.
Would you
this
play
is-
PO Breach?
I don't know the versions.
This was something I played. I played Grixis PO Breach.
Okay. Now, I don't think I would go into Breach direction, but just
Just old school PO Storm.
yeah, PO Storm. I'm what I've seen is that these PO deck lists that you can see online, they don't really have a Storm game plan. It's just, I think this is just for value.
Yeah, probably,
It's usually more for value.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
I mean-
I like the versions where you can just Storm off with just
Yeah.
throw a 10 runes in
I'm-
there and
Yeah, I like the PO version because like you PO'd for value with it and mana, and then you just find the Underworld Breach, and then
it's a win basically.
how's it called? Brain freeze yourself, and then
Ah.
your opponent like 4 or 5 times, and it's more easily because with Black Lotus you can keep up mana and stuff like that. Yeah.
It's like with lead.
It's like
Yeah.
with LED. Yeah.
Just better.
yeah,
Just better.
just better. So yeah.
Yeah, I will certainly not attend vintage there. I will play the Legacy side event.
So you're playing Ant there?
Yeah, you have to. we made a contract there.
Contract from below.
How's it called?
Maybe.
The guy
maybe
that
I played
watched.
And
So-
the guy that watched.
So the contract is
ANT.
valid.
Yeah.
It's called Bürger in German.
Okay. Okay. Nah, I'm really not sure what to play there because I'm
Well,
actually.
it's 1 month still to decide, right?
Yeah, the problem is I'm playing so
Much bullshit.
not really this, but yeah, also this. But I don't really have the time to prepare to really prepare for this event, and it's just so hard for me to really find something that I like playing because I haven't really liked something in the last 2 to 3 months, and I really suck at the moment at playing Legacy.
Yeah, I think
I
something
gotta
that you would
admit.
like would be the Grixis Phoenix builds, but you have to buy a Ledger Shredder for it.
Yeah, these are $30 at the moment. I mean,
Daniel
what
has a few
the-
of them laying
I
around.
have 3. Yeah.
I'm probably leaning more around Checkpad at the moment.
Yeah, checkpoint is
But-
hard.
Yeah.
It's very
I
good
think
deck,
you
but it's
would
very hard.
be way better off with playing like the Phoenix build. You're more online with the game plan, and I think you will be brain dead by round 3 latest with check
Oh
power.
yeah, that's true.
That's
also
one
with
big
my
man.
Mardu brew, it's probably too hard to play so many rounds.
Yeah, for my painted deck, it's also like you are getting pretty stressed out because it's like really slow in closing games.
Mm-hmm.
So the brain space is definitely something to consider. And sometimes with Phoenix you get these events. And
But do you think that we will have a BNR announcements until then?
Well, I don't.
currently
I doubt it.
I doubt it too. I mean, I could see it happening like in 1 to 2 weeks because of this specific showcase data.
But what?
Yeah,
What do you think that will maybe? Well, I
maybe
don't-
something out of that, but I don't know. I don't want to
Yeah.
go too far into
Okay, but Not concerning Shredder, right? Because Shredder is clearly not.
No,
a problem.
Shredder is no problem.
no Shredder.
Yeah, it would
But
shake up the meta.
shift, it's probably
The meta shift for sure, yeah.
And the meta would shift, I think, more into like a Doomsday perspective. So you need more against Doomsday, maybe than the discard decks or something like that would be better because you have more against combo on turn or in game one. So yeah, let's see how it shake up if they even do something against it. And
I gotta say, I doubt it. But
have you looked at the decklist that won the showcase? The guys that split.
isn't it Delva versus Shredder?
It was it was kind of Delva versus Delva. They only had 2 bolts between the 150 cards.
Different.
No, 2 bolts in the blue-red decks. Yeah, they played both the full set of Unholy Heat.
Yeah, but I certainly can see that because Bolt is right now one of the removal spells that kills the least things.
It's
it
so
doesn't.
true.
Is Unholy Heat the instant?
Yeah, of course.
Because Bolt doesn't clear the endurances, which are important. I
Yeah.
mean, endurance is also something that you have to kill with the trigger on the stack, but it's still a possibility with Delirium. And but
Bolt is on the low end of things
and
right now.
you can kill a Murktide with 6 damage,
Yeah, sometimes.
which is
What year is it?
a possibility.
Bolt is a bad card now.
Yeah, it's fine, but it's not really. It doesn't kill a lot of things because a lot of things have
And you have
toughness 4.
and Blue-Red Delver nowadays is not the tempo deck.
Yeah, it's a mid-range deck. Yeah,
It's a
I
mid-range
know.
deck, so you don't need that many bolts to close out the game. You need the one bolt to find, which would help the back Delver days, but you don't need the full playset of bolts to finish them off of 9 life.
I mean, in my last FM that I played, so 2 weeks ago, I was on Turbo Depth.
Yeah.
And I finished versus Jonas, I think, in 3 minutes and 1-2-0. And then I said to him, hey, I know you have always a lot of decks with you. Just borrow me one and just play. We play some games. And I took Delver, and I'm not sure what he played. I think he played Chant, but it was my first time playing Delver.
Yeah.
And
it feels illegal.
It feels so illegal. It's just sick. I mean, it's like, okay, this hand does nothing and you got discarded on something and then you just, expressive iteration. Well, cast expressive iteration. Remove your threat. Play a Murktide Regent. Win the game in 2 turns.
The problem is nowadays...
So extremely... I don't even have words for this.
Yeah, Delver has so many tools to look out for cards. You have the Dragon Rage Channeler to loot cards away or put cards away. You have the Ledger Shredder nowadays to put cards away. You have the cantrips. You have the expressive iteration. So you have so many tools to get you different cards. So it's like guaranteed to draw your best card in 2 turns or something like that.
I mean, I was this close to buy myself some Murktides. This close because
I have
with
2
proxy
Murktides.
rules. I have everything for Blue-Red Delver. Besides the 4 Murktides, and this deck feels so incredibly strong.
What does a Murktide currently cost? 20?
20, yeah.
I mean, you have 2 laying around, but
I'm not sure if I should bite the bullet here because I know for a fact that if I buy the Murktides, it get banned as soon as possible.
Do ourselves a favor.
Yeah,
just
but
buy
it's
them,
fucking
please.
$80. I don't
Just
want to
do it.
shell out $80
For the
just-
community,
for the
Phil.
community.
It's just for the community. For the meta game.
I think I have to sell them.
Yeah,
I mean, I
have a
have
playset
2.
too.
And I don't think I will be playing Delver in the next few years. I don't see myself as the guy anymore.
If they get banned in Legacy, I don't think they will drop that much in price because they're still in Modern.
Yeah, that's true.
So you think it's okay holding it because I can sell it to the Modern guys?
Yeah, at the moment, yes, because I don't think that it is overpowered in Modern. But Well, modern is a different story, but yeah.
Yeah, because they don't have that much cantrips to fuel it.
Yeah. I mean,
So
It's
extreme.
still the number one deck in modern.
yeah, absolutely.
You still have Ragavan.
It is
Okay.
it is the best
But
deck
it's a
in modern.
different beast with Ragavan.
Yeah, it was the deck list that we had in Legacy, basically. It's playing now in, what is the modern deck? It's like Counterspell, Archmage's Charm,
Yeah,
Dragon Rage
Iteration.
Channeler, Ragavan,
Shredder.
Murktide.
They hardly play Dragon Rage Channeler anymore.
Okay, they play Shredder now.
They have a mix of Channeler and Shredder.
Then you have Force of Negation.
No,
You don't play Force of Negation?
at most 1 or 2 copies in the sideboard. But typically no Force of Negation. You have Spell Pierce.
Okay, you play Spell Pierce.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Because it
But-
will be a card disadvantage. Why would you do something like this? This is
In modern, yeah.
I mean, and you still have
You-
Counterspell, Archmage's
you
Charm.
have
too.
consider to
Yeah, you have consider.
as your cantrip, and unholy hits, bolts,
Unholy and Bolt. Yeah, I think this is the deck
and
list, basically.
baubles.
And Baubles.
Yeah, and that's it basically.
Because like something that they always do is like turn 2, Shredder, Bauble, Trigger, and everything is Gucci.
It's Gucci.
Yeah,
Everything.
I mean, it's so good.
Yeah, it's extreme. Oh my. But yeah, it basically everything rolls around.
And do you
Murktide.
know what seems best? Turn 3, Ledger Shredder, Ponder. Or Ledger Shredder.
turn 2 Ledger Shredder, Mishra's Bauble. It's also nice.
Yeah, which was the thing I said before.
Yeah. I didn't listen.
I've never.
And I
seen-
said Ponder for modern, but it's still okay.
Yeah.
Consider, but double connive.
Yeah, exactly. So turn 3 Ledger Shredder, Ponder, Judge Call. Nice.
And if it resolves, nobody says anything. I mean,
You're golden.
I mean, I proxied myself for when I first tried out High Tide. I proxied myself opts out of preordained when preordained was like $5 to $10 because I didn't have opts at home.
what? Oh my.
Yeah, man.
no.
Yeah.
I mean, it just put a small paper thingy in there.
Okay, I thought you
No,
were
I
writing
would've-
with Sharpie on it.
No.
I'm writing on a preordained opt.
Downgrade the card.
I mean, today I've
I mean, it has net
read
custom mages with merchant scroll in it, so
Wait, what?
yeah, it costs also 2.
Yeah. It's the same card basically.
But not with Sharpie. Okay. Today I've read something in Reddit that some guy has written swamp over LEDs because he hadn't enough swamps, but he had some LEDs which were nothing worth.
There's
back
a special place in hell for something
Yeah.
like this.
And he basically said in Reddit, I'm not sure about his name, but if there are LEDs out there with a big golden S on the front, not an S like an
S.
but the letter S is from him.
I mean, I liked currently on Reddit because one guy asked what is the right amount of Shadowborn Apostle in the Shadowborn Apostle deck, and the top comment is in Legacy it's 0.
I mean, you could probably build something like that, but
No,
it's
Just
too,
no.
It's too janky even for my taste.
The-
That's
you
really
need 7 for Shadowborn Apostle. Am I right?
yeah. 6. You need 6.
Okay, you need 6. The first turn where you can have 6 out is turn 3.
Yeah.
On the play, it's perfect. 3 lands, 6 Shadowborn Apostle. Will never happen.
Never.
So,
never.
And this
it's not playable.
and then you just get a Grizzlebrand.
Yeah.
Well.
The only thing that's kind of neat is something like there's the card with Crippling or something like that, where you exile the top 4 cards and you can
with
cast
Ripple.
with Ripple.
The how is it called?
Framing
The Framing Stone, yeah.
Yeah. Where you can basically play every Shadowborn Apostle and then put everything back and then get like 2 or 3 demons.
It's like Exodia.
No, it's like at turn 4.
It's like Cascade.
It's like Cascade, but everything triggers another Rippling. So if you hit 2 Shadowborn Apostles, you get now
Both
2,
Ripple again.
2 replicas. So it's
Oh, yeah.
basically going guaranteed or nearly guaranteed to your
Yeah,
deck.
but the whole Shadow Apostle combo is like Exodia. That's what
Yeah,
I-
basically. I
that-
don't
that's-
have any idea what Exodia does, but what Exodia
Yeah,
is.
but
But
Exodia
it's
wins the
probably
game.
like that,
wins
yeah.
the game when you have 5 pieces of
Okay.
offer and that.
But it's not
Similar.
Exodia.
It's
like,
not even that good.
No, yeah.
it's not even as good as like there are Shadow, something like that. It's like a trap card and 4 spell cards. No, it's 5 trap cards with there is final written onto it, and if you have everything out, you win the game. So it's basically slow and steady,
So like the Hedrons.
like the Hedrons.
Yeah, it's also very, very shitty. Very, very
This
shitty.
would be something for you, Phil.
In Legacy, no, definitely not.
You have to play Hedron combo.
Yeah.
How does it win? You need one in the graveyard, one in exile, one in play.
hand, and one in play, yeah.
And how do you have to pay mana for it that you win the game?
No, you have to survive until the upkeep.
Pretty dumb.
Okay.
It's just so I mean, if a combo or a deck is too janky for me, that means something. That really means something.
Okay, yeah. But
Yeah.
I think we've got all the talk out for today. We
Pretty
don't
much.
hit on Legacy the Organizer because they're cutting price it. We just let it in this single sentence rolling around.
Yeah.
So
Just dumb.
no, it's completely okay if you go 3-0 and get exactly your pay-in as a payout. But yeah, where can we find the podcast, Phil?
If you like if you like what we are doing, follow us on Twitter. It's @response_legacy. You can find me on Twitter. It's @PhinikMTG, PhinikMTG. If you want to follow Peter on Twitter and his shitty takes, where can we find you, Peter?
I don't have any shitty takes, but I definitely don't have an Instagram. You can find me on @unicornlord, but the O in the Lord is a 0. Where can we find you, Daniel?
I hope I also don't have a shitty takes. But you can find me on Twitter. It is @FlyingDelver. And on the website where this is definitely a shitty take free website. greatnessetanycost.com.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, I think this was everything. We put the link from the
For the articles in
for
the
the articles and show notes, and basically everything else is also in the show notes, like always. So just scroll
read it.
down and
hit the link tree and everything. And
Yeah, and I think
we will see us again in 3 weeks.
in response. Yeah.
This was In Response, a Legacy podcast. If you enjoyed the ride, feel free to support the show by following, leaving a review, or subscribe on patreon.com/response_legacy.